Welcome back to podcast number 6. In my podcast 5, I talked about some problems and challenges, solutions and outcome. And some of the problems were, resources, entertainment, lack of social circles. And outcome was, that I need to just focus on finishing my pharmacy, which was the main thing. And out of what came out for me and learning lesson for me was, I stayed on course and didn't get swayed away, and it built up my character. But let me just take one big step backward. When I was really born, I want to talk about problem, challenges, solution, and outcome. When I arrived on February 13, 1955, I had severe health problem. I had some liver condition called jaundice, and it got really worse. And we also had before me there was another sibling, that was there. So my parents were not really equipped to take care of me with all the responsibility and all that stuff that was going on. And my parents had to really seek out the help, and they get to seek out the help of the family of my mother's family. They stepped in and took care of my elder sister and kept it at their place. And that way, my mother could really focus on making sure that I survive. I don't pass away or I don't die, because my case of jaundice was so severe that doctor had told me that if you don't take care of this kid, he may not survive, he may not live. And that really put a lot of pressure on my parents. And especially my father was starting out in Bombay as an attorney and all that thing. So also they were going through so much difficulties. So my mother's, outcome was, no matter what, I want to just take care to make sure that my son gets through the sickness and survive. And it 2 years of consistently taking me to the doctor's office, getting the UV rays, ultraviolet rays to get rid of jaundice and all that thing, and still keeping her responsibility, whatever it was that she needed to do. And you know what? I made it and I survived. When I listen to that story, it really makes me feel, wow, I could have really not been even here. And I'm 70. And so there must be a purpose to my life. And, I've been always driven for what can I do and what can I do better? Where could I contribute? That has been always my inner drives, and that has been driving me. And when I heard about that story and, my mother's really being resourceful and, being really solution oriented and all that thing, I realized that also I inherited from my parents, because they've gone through nothing but a lot of struggles and troubles and hardship that we all go through. But realizing, not getting stuck in there, but being resourceful is nothing but a mindset, and that I will come out of it, and being resilient. And that really came in through both my parents. They've been very, very resilient and very solution and success, bringing in the successful outcome. And so I wanted to just take a step back. And that's how, my birth was nothing but a lot of troubles and all that thing. And you know what? I want to just keep it at this resource, this podcast number 6 is. And then, what I want to continue doing is how I shaped up and how I got inferiority complex, and how that came about, and why I felt like I'm not that smart, I'm not that good looking, I'm very financially poor, so who's going to take care of me? How would I succeed? And all that thing baggage came in. And I'm going to go through all those life journeys as I move forward, just to catch up with how my childhood actually progressed. So just to give you a complete, life story of mine. Till then, just want to wish you, just be in a resourceful state of mind. Stay resourceful. That's all up to you. Problems, yes. Solution, focus. Outcome will come only if you stay in a resourceful state of mind. Till then, wishing you health, wealth, and happiness. Saying goodbye to podcast number 6. And if you need to listen to the other podcast that you have missed, there'll be a link to it, or you could go to my YouTube channel and you should be able to catch up. Till then, goodbye. Love you. And as I'm going for my 10 days of Vipassana meditation in Rockford, Illinois, so I'll be gone from October 22nd to November 2nd. I'll be gone. Till then, I'll see you when I come back. Love you guys.